The Word Unspoken by Dan Tallis. The ritualist had no name, not any more. He had burned it from parchment and memory alike when he took residence in the Cube Temple, a sacred space tiled with runes, symbols, and a silence so deep it felt like pressure on the ears. For 12 seasons he had prepared 4 servitors, mute and obedient, stood in their elemental quarters, bound to fire, air, water, and earth. They had witnessed his every chant, every chalk-drawn circle, every drop of blood left to dry on the floor. He was building toward a singular purpose, to invoke Shamath, an entity spoken of only in fractured codices and whispered lore, powerful, untamable, divine. He had constructed a lattice of glyphs on the chamber floor, each glowing faintly. In his right hand he held a rod of black ashwood, inscribed with 33 characters of his own making. In his left, a grimoire written in ink, made from storm water and obsidian. The servitors stood ready. The ritual circle blazed. He opened his mouth and spoke. Zekoth Vashamath, Talun Reen, Karu Eth. He stopped. Something shivered across the cube's walls. The light dimmed, not like a fade, but like a withdrawal. The air smelled of split granite and iron. He frowned, hesitated, and repeated, Karu Eth. But he had misread the final line. The vowel was not U, but U. A simple slip, a single breath. The circle did not close. The runes flickered and dimmed, like eyes losing consciousness. And from the centre, where Shamath was meant to arrive and kneel, it did not arrive. It stepped. A long-limbed, glimmerless shape rose into the cube, not summoned but invited. Its voice was not heard in the ear, but inside the bones. You called, but not rightly. The ritualist stumbled backward. The servitors turned toward it, unbidden. He began to chant the binding runes, but the letters on the ashwood staff had already begun to blacken, turning inward, unravelling as if ashamed to be part of the summoning. He dropped the rod, tried the scroll, spoke the names of the quarters. The entity's form broke apart like smoke and reformed before him, its limbs like trailing thoughts, its face a shifting absence. One word, it said, and all your order collapses. And it struck him, not with force, but with truth. He saw every invocation he'd ever spoken unravelling backward, every sigil misdrawn, every phrase misheard, every belief unproven. The last thing he felt was not pain, but understanding, and then silence. The cube was found empty the next day. The servitors stood in their places, motionless, blank-eyed. But on the centre of the ritual circle, where no robe or body remained, was a new glyph scorched into the stone, a glyph that no one had drawn. Its name could not be spoken, but it could be mispronounced.